What's going on, everybody? This is Emerald Knight Leon back with some Digimon news, actually, that I wanted to, talk about. We finally got, as of last night, confirmation and updates on the World Digimon website about not only BT-10, but also the new starter deck premium deck set in, as well as the actual starter decks for the Ragna Lord and the new Jesmon decks. Uh, for anybody who doesn't, you can always get updates on this from the English Digimon TCG's Twitter account as well as their Facebook account. But yeah, so we're getting BT10 in October. I'm personally excited. I am dreading Crossheart actually taking things by storm. Interestingly enough, they've actually kept the Japanese names for the protagonist characters from Cross Wars, which is probably one of the few Digimon series that I personally am okay with. I haven't watched the whole thing. I didn't watch Hunters, and God knows I've never even stepped foot into Appley Monsters. But I do recall watching the first main season of Cross Wars. But yeah, no. We now have an image of the box toppers. They're going to be based on the tamers for this set. Basically, the whole cast from Taiki to Yu Amano. We'll also be getting in every booster box a promotion pack. So in Japan, they had a starter deck 11, which was a reprinting of a lot of staple cards from starter deck 1, including the Security +1 Greymon as well as the War Greymon. So instead of getting a separate starter deck for this, we're actually getting a promotion pack. And the promotion pack will come with a guaranteed Gamamon here for all the Gamamon players. But also it'll come with one of 16 cards from that starter deck, including an extra Tai Kamiya, the War Greymon from BT1, Gigimon from starter deck, I believe, or BT2, which I don't know why they would choose that one, but the artwork's nice. So we're just going to be getting a lot more alt arts for this. Honestly, for anybody who wants to play Gaio and has not gotten the Greymon cards, and you still want to play Gaio next set, this is probably your best bet on getting Greymon since we're getting the reprint. Will say though, I love the new artwork for a lot of these, Agumon and Gaia Force especially. But also, god damn, that War Greymon looks really good. Just love that artwork. But yeah, so we're going to be getting 2 cards per pack. It guarantees 1 Gamamon and then one of the 16 alternate arts. I don't know really why they chose starter deck 1. I guess because a lot of red decks do use the starter deck Greymon, but at the same time, you could easily say similar things for the blue starter deck, except they already reprinted Hammerspark. So maybe that was the only thing that really was good that came from that. Who knows? But yeah, we'll be getting this on October 14th. So a couple weeks after the San Diego regional. And honestly, if your stores should probably be by now taking pre-orders for this. So honestly, I would get on top of that if you're able to. But moving on to the other things, we did get confirmation on the Ragna Lord and the Jesmon starter decks. For some reason, they don't show the card list here, but they do show it on the actual Twitter page for it. So here we have the Ragna Lord deck. It's basically going to be red and black. I never got a chance to really play Ragna Lord. I came into the game at BT5. I've said this many times. I didn't really have a lot of time to really play it, even though I have some of the old cards for it. But definitely it's going to look interesting. Jesmon finally making its comeback, just in time for when GX comes in BT10. But we're getting new Sistermons We're getting more CLs. I'm still annoyed that they have not changed her to Noir. I don't know why they really did that outside of the censoring the guns from Noir. But then at the same time, CL has a katana. I don't get it. I will never get censorship, but definitely this is going to be interesting. I would say these are decks that are very beginner friendly. I do find it interesting, though, we are only getting 2 of each of the level 6s here. Usually they give us either a full playset of the of the common one and then 2 of the rare ones, at least in the last few. But here we're just getting 2 of each one, really. So interesting in my really. But overall, from there, though, there is we are guaranteed these are going to be probably the most expensive starter decks that we've had so far. Clocking in at about $20 right now, which is a bit more expensive. But honestly, for a lot of people who have come in late, especially blue players, you know, Davis Motomiya, the Memory Fixer Tamer, he has always been expensive. If you were around in BT5, you can say the exact same thing for Tai Kamiya, and it's still technically true right now, as he is really, outside of Marcus, the only memory fixer for red. And Davis is the only one outside of TK from a few sets ago, but TK is not really that good. I mean, he has his moments, but not by much. But every deck is going to be getting a full play set of these following tamers. So we're getting the starter deck 1 Tai Kamiya. We're getting starter deck 3 TK, which I personally love. We're getting the Ken Ichijo from, I believe, BT3, as well as Izzy from BT4, and Matt Ishida from his starter deck. But definitely the most valuable card that's coming out of this is going to be Davis here. A lot of blue decks rely on him, as Imperial Dramon loves him for his ability to just search out both green and blue. You saw people running Davis in green hybrid decks by using a bottom level 3s of blue cards in order to just search for that. But yeah, no. So we're getting a full playset of this. So if you wanted, I would say if you wanted a full playset and you haven't gotten these before, or at least you haven't gotten the 3 that matter, being TK, Tai, and Davis, since it is still incredibly hard to find starter decks 1, 2, and 3 that aren't scalped to all hell. It's easy to find Ken, Izzy, and Matt, but these main 3 in particular, it's just, why are they still so hard? It's been 2 years now. Why are they still this hard to find? I mean, at least with Tai Kamiya, you can easily buy a full playset of him on TCG Player for relatively cheap. I recently bought a full playset right before it got bought by eBay for like, I don't know, like 50 cents each. Probably less than that. But yeah. The last thing, though, that I wanted to cover, though, is they announced the Digimon card game premium deck set, or PD-01. Now, I find this interesting for a few reasons. For one, this on its own is actually really interesting. It feels like the perfect way to basically teach some new kids how to play the game, because it comes with both the Ragnarlord deck and the Jessamon deck. It also comes with card sleeves. It comes with memory gauges. It comes with promotion cards. So you can get either a Altart Fly Bullet, Judgment of the Blade, or Brave Metal. And it comes with a premium deck set Lucky Pack ×2, which can either give you Altarts for Madoki Beta, EX1 Metal Greymon, EX1 Metal Tyrannomon, or a premium Venom Myotismon. My only issue with this is, yeah, we're getting a lot of stuff. This is really great for any new players, personally. For us, players who have been around for a while or have been around but are looking for certain stuff, there's something missing here. We don't get the bonus tamer cards. They're not included in this. We get starter decks 12 and 13, but we do not get the tamer cards. Those are still relegated to the individual decks. And to top that all off, for everything that we're getting here, I will say the price probably is alright. I would say it could be maybe $10 cheaper. But we're looking at $60 for this. I would say that probably that extra $20 that are in there might be from the promotion cards, the lucky packs, and the card sleeves. But having a lot of, like, one of the main key features of those decks being those tamer cards, especially for the people who want Davis, I would not recommend you get this unless you're a new player who's starting out. After that, I would say then get maybe one extra of each deck on their own, so you can at least get 2 of each tamer. And on the upside, though, we are getting this actually early. This is coming out on September 30th, whereas the starter decks are actually coming out at the same time as BT-10 on October 14th. So I kind of find it interesting that this is coming out earlier. It is more expensive, but we are getting a lot of stuff out of it. I'm not sure. The only new cards, technically speaking, from this are going to be from the starter decks here. And even then, tournaments I don't really think are going to let us play those in tourneys. Not until at least BT10 comes out, because honestly speaking, these cards are pretty good. They are new decks, so having that be, already out, I don't see a lot of shops letting people run them. But yes, so outside of that, we have basically given confirmation on the release dates for BT10s, the starter decks, and the premium deck set. Honestly, with this, as much as I get the premium, I would market this as a beginner deck set. You know how Pokemon has those beginner friendly starter decks that basically come with like 2 halves of a deck that 2 people can learn to play using. I would market it as something similar to that, but a premium deck set. Let's go with that. We'll call it that. We're getting that early. If you want to get it and get those cards early, by all means, go for it. Again, that $60 though is I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Card sleeves are nice though, but But yeah, that is it for this little update video on, the state of the game. I will be uploading shortly after this video. I will be uploading what I'm hoping can be the start of something for me, where I am going to talk about the new rules and mechanics that are going to be popping up with BT10. And I'm hoping that I can use this to kickstart, a series of videos where I'll be going over the rules of how to play the Digimon card game. They're probably going to be segmented off into, parts here and there, but instead of just one whole, hour-long video. But it is something that I do want to consider. So leave a like, comment. What do you think of the new premium deck set? What are you going to be wanting to play outside of Crossheart in BT10? I'm interested in hearing it. So I will see you all in the next video. Peace.